time. So I have been madly trying to get a hold of everybody. I know John is going to be with us shortly. He was, a matter of fact, had just gotten out of the shower, so he might be naked when he comes in. I have Shane was out of the house and is trying to get back home, so he's going to be a little bit late coming with us. Martin was out to dinner, and he's trying to get so where he can get online. So for now, we're just we're waiting to do the Cruise Amigos live from Berlin, and right now it's the Cruise Amigos live from Virginia. So anyway, hopefully they will be here soon. If not, I will do something to cover things. I'm not sure what yet, but we'll come up with something. So, what's everybody doing out there on this crazy Sunday for us on this end? And so since we're going to have a couple minutes, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a couple minutes of my interview with Kelly on the Rotterdam, and I'll cut it off when somebody comes in. So we'll be back with the Cruise Amigos in just a second. We have a special guest this morning on Chillie Chats. This is Kelly McDaniel, who's just gotten off the Rotterdam. Kelly, welcome to Chillie Chats.
Thanks, Chillie. Glad to be here.
All right. First of all, so everybody will know, being transparent, we've interviewed Colleen before. Tell us how you're related to Colleen.
So Colleen McDaniel is my sister-in-law. I am married to her brother, so we are related.
Okay. All right. Well, we love Colleen to death. All right. You just got off of a brand spanking new ship, the Rotterdam. What was your first impression?
Well, I've never been on a brand new ship before. I've also never been on a Holland America ship before. So it was my first experience with those two, and it's gorgeous. It smells good, which I thought I'm like, this smells like a new ship, right? It's so contemporary, and I loved the style of it. And the first moment when you walk on board, there were actually about 30 crew members cheering for you. I think it was just a general excitement over being on board, being back to cruising. We're so happy to help you and check out our new ship.
Well, I'm a big fan of Holland American. And quite frankly, as I've gotten older, more so than when I was younger. What was the age mixture on this cruise?
Well, I had been told that Holland America does tend to cater to older crowds. Someone actually asked me, like, what brought you to Holland America at your age? And I said, well, honestly, I'd never.
All right, we've at least got, there's Amigo Martin. Hey, Amigo Martin, looks like you're in a car.
I am. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sound like you're in a tunnel, but John will be with us shortly. Shane, hopefully, will be with us in a couple minutes as well. I was just playing a few minutes of my interview with yesterday on the Rotterdam just to kill some time. I hate this time differences. I screwed it up again.
It's funny though, isn't it? You've got to admit, I'm trying to position my camera so it's not as wonky. So no. Well, I thought we'll get to the restaurant, we'll have dinner, and I'll come and do the show. And because we're dropping friends off at the airport who've been with us this weekend. So we were like, okay, we'll have dinner, and then I'll do my show, and then we'll have another drink, and then we'll drop you off. Because it's like we're literally at the end of the runway at the minute where the pub is.
Yeah.
And anyway, you messaged me to say I've got the time wrong. I was like, damn. So I've literally just ordered food now. She said it'll be about 20, 25 minutes.
Well, and for the couple people that we actually, I didn't think somebody would even be in the audience. Nikki's here. Lizzie Lou's with us. You guys, this is all on me. And trying to, I was still off on German time, so we could get John. John is going to the opera, and yes, he's not going to be singing like I said, but he has got tickets to the opera at this big fancy Philharmonic opera house. And
Wow.
so it takes roughly an hour from where he is to where he has to be at 7:00 German time. Well,
Right.
I was off an hour. So anyway, I should have promoted this that I was starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm gosh, crap.
Oh, we're here. We're here now. We're here now, so it's all good.
Yeah. So if he gets here, of course he's liable to come in and be naked because he was in the shower the last I heard. Well, that'd be fun. What the hell?
Gee. That's only fans or Pornhub that goes on. You don't do that on the Cruise Amigos.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But anyway, so how's Martin been? Have you been busy?
I've been good. This weekend has been really weird. My husband's best woman, not best man, best woman when we got married. Her and her husband have come across from Dublin in Ireland, and we went to see a group called Soft Cell from the 80s with Mark Almond. So we saw them live on Friday, and here he is. He's dressed. Thank God for that.
Whoops, wrong one. I got to do this one.
Oh, he's flashing now. But yeah, we saw Mark Almond on Friday in the theatre. That was great. Absolutely great night. And then last night we saw a Queen tribute act, and if you'd have closed your eyes, it could have been Freddie. It was absolutely amazing. Brilliant show. So lots of drinking this weekend, and then we're literally sat at the end of Manchester Airport's runway. So if it gets rather noisy as the planes take off, because they are literally just over the fence, then you know what it is.
Okay. John, where'd you go?
No, I'm here. I'm
okay. All right.
I'm doing everything. So this is great. If this is not live video, tell me what is. So hi Manchester. Are you there somewhere? Hi.
I'm here in a car.
He's sitting he got out of the restaurant. Now he's in the car, and Shane is trying to get back home, so he'll come in for a little bit. All right. So John, tell us about what you're doing tonight.
Well, tonight I am we're on a track here, and when I leave you, I'm picked up in a Volvo, and we are going to the Berlin Philharmonic Hall. And if you don't know about that, it's an incredible building of brown inside. It's all brown wood, and there's no straight lines. It's this curvy brown wood, and it's an awesome acoustic miracle. But we are not going to see the Philharmonic Orchestra, although they'll be playing. We're actually going to see one of Tchaikovsky's lesser-known operas. And I am excited. And when my friend Henry, as I think you've heard a little bit, but Henry is kind of a player here in Berlin in the media and television and everything. For instance, years ago, he got us tickets when Disney came to town and opened a theater to do the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He got us the box. There's two boxes, one on each side, and he got us box seats. And the night we were there, we were a little bit late. And so they ushered us to the box seat, and the conductor looked up, and it's like, now, are you ready now? And we sat down, and all of a sudden it was ding, 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 and the Hunchback started. And then, of course, at halftime, Henry was doing some business, and so everybody was all seated. And then finally we got back to the box, and he looked up again, and it's like, are you ready now? And it was like, okay. And then, and I'm telling you, if you have not seen The Hunchback of Notre Dame in the theater, you got to go see it. The staging is one of the best I've ever seen in anything that I've had the luxury of seeing. It's unbelievable how they do it. It's not Disney-esque at all. It's just unbelievable. And so tonight
go ahead.
we get to see that, and I'm so excited. And of course, timing-wise, that's my 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock to get picked up and go. And I don't know where we're going to sit, but he said, make sure you brush your teeth really well. So I guess that's an indication. Because once I was at a thing for, who was the guy that came to America and then went to Germany and did before they were talking pictures, what was his name?
Charlie Chaplin? No.
Charlie Chaplin. There was this Charlie Chaplin thing, and Henry had front row seats, and he had been pushing us for days. So I got to my seat and I slept. I guess I was sleeping because the oboe player would like reach over with his oboe and prod me sometimes because my snoring was not going along with the Charlie Chaplin silent movies that we were watching. So
excellent. I remember we were on a cruise, the Stages cruise, the musical one, and it was Alfie Boe was on there, if you know Alfie Boe, and I fell asleep on the front row. And in the whole of this theatre, I just got, because we met him, he went, Martin, wake up.
All right, now, John,
oh,
you failed miserably on going out and finding us a hooker to interview. So now I'm expecting you to interview Tchaikovsky tonight.
Well, it's going to be a long and slow interview, rather quiet. But I think, and I asked Henry. Henry is the king of doing this. When in Las Vegas there was the show where it was the guys that were pretending they were on trains. What was that show? Choo 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 choo. Anyway, I think Henry videotaped that whole show surreptitiously because they would come over once in a while and tell him he had to shut it off, and he'd go, "Oh, okay," and then he'd be right back to videotaping the thing. So I have no idea what pieces we'll get. Of course, they don't care as much anymore now because everybody's, videotaping everything now. But I'm just so looking forward to this. It's going to be really fun.
Starlight Express.
Ronnie very good, says. Very good. And the big guy in the Starlight Express was also the big guy that played Old Deuteronomy in Cats. I don't know if you know that.
Right.
That was the same guy, that did Old Deuteronomy. So it's just been a fun time, but it's really scary here right now because, they've now shut down Amsterdam.
Yeah.
We had to fill out pages of stuff to get into Rome, and I still have no confidence that on Tuesday at 8 o'clock when the plane takes off that we're actually going to land in Rome. I have no confidence at all of Martin, our expert here, might know more about that, but I'm just hoping that I can get from the airport to the boat 3 days later. We have an Airbnb. It's not Airbnb, but it's a thing like that our front windows look out over the Vatican. So if I get to do nothing other than have curry and pasta and look at the Vatican for 3 days, totally happy. I
think you should be okay. I mean, there's a few rumors of Europe, a few little spikes at the moment. And there's talks of them like re-putting some restrictions in. It hasn't happened yet. So when's the cruise? When do you go? Is it Wednesday?
On the 20th. I don't even know what day that is. Maybe you have a calendar there. So
6 days, and then you've got 9 days. This has been the longest way to see you on a cruise.
No, not as bad as Pete. Not as bad as Pete. 30 minutes to get to the boat. So.
Oh, geez, it's good though. I can't wait to see you on that ship. I really can't.
It's going to be good, and I don't know if you guys know, but I am traveling alone now. My travel companion had to go back to America, a variety of reasons. But I'm back to being a solo cruiser, and a little apprehensive because I don't know, Martin, if you know, but I took a big fall in Mannheim.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
And almost ended up in the railroad pit, but fortunately God directed me the other way, and I'm real happy. So my trusty walker, it's actually a clothing rack right now, but my trusty walker well, it's double purpose. Everything, if you watch the Food Network, you can't buy anything for your kitchen that doesn't do at least two things. And so my walker is also my clothing rack. But I'm excited, and I know there's going to be so many people on the Epic that we know at least one off. At least if I don't know them, I know somebody who knows them, whether they're friends of Emma's or friends of Pete's or friends of you, Martin, or somebody. So it's just going to be a fun trip, and of course with the apprehension of who knows when the next cruise is going to get to be. At least this kind of a cruise, you guys get to do all your little fun stuff around the continent and stuff. But so it's going to really be fun. I'm excited and looking forward to it. Plus, the big news is John is down another 7 pounds.
Wow.
Well done. Well done.
And I hear those drums off in the distance, so.
You have rolled right past me.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. So all the walking and all the exercise you're doing.
The remnants of me are laying out there on the street somewhere. I mean, so.
Oh, geez. So you're in Berlin. When did you arrive in Berlin?
A few days. I'm sorry. It all runs together. It's been a few nights here now. We're at the Easy Hotel.
Tuesday. You got to
Tuesday,
Berlin.
I think. Yeah. We flew. We flew on the train. We flew on one of those nonstop trains from Amsterdam over to here, which of course I dearly love. I'm a train guy. It was just a wonderful flight, and came into the Hauptbahnhof, and which of course, Amsterdam Central, a great train station, is awesome as an old train station. But if you've never seen the Hauptbahnhof in Berlin, it's like 5 train stations kind of on different levels, each one in a different direction. And it's just so cool. And Henry took us, down one and then over to an elevator and up 3. And all of a sudden we're on the train level. That's the Berlin local level. And 2 stops over and, a few hundred feet. And we're literally in front of the door to the hotel here. And it's just... And Martin should be putting tours together, just bringing people to Berlin for a few days, because it's a wonderful city.
We do them. We do city breaks. Berlin is a big one, and I'm hoping to go over in December actually and do the Christmas markets with the husbands. With a thing we're thinking of. So, but Berlin, I love Berlin. Berlin is one of my favorite cities in the world. All the places I've been.
So even though he said doo-doo, we'll let that pass, because Berlin is, and the people here speak, I think I've run into, the only person I run into that didn't speak English was the guy who shortchanged me the other night. Other than that, even, it's just a fun place. And now look who's joined us, Mr. Celebrity himself.
Hi, Shane.
You're keeping me on my toes today, guys.
I'm keeping the world on their toes. This is totally my screw up.
We're off. We're at this time. We're at this time. We made it. Amigo Martin, did they catch you off guard in the car as well?
I planned we were coming out with a friend. We've got friends over from Dublin. We went to see Mark Holman in Soft Cell and Queen tribute last night. We'll go to the do you know Manchester Airport?
Yeah.
The airport pub at the end of the runway.
Yeah. I used to go there as a kid.
I love it. It's all been done out. It's beautiful now. But Chillie messaged me and said it was meant to be in 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm just about to order food in the restaurant.
I know. I was like, I'm on my way back. I've not even done my hair or anything. I'm just like, right, we're on. We're live. Here we go.
Jeez.
Hell, John was naked and in the shower.
Well, luckily for me, I wasn't in that proximity. So it's in Berlin. Happy days.
Well, I didn't want to show off my shortcomings, so I didn't, Hey,
all right.
The neat thing about the Easy Hotel is that your bathroom door is also your shower door. It's a twofer.
It's bougie. Like it.
It's wonderful.
All right, Shane, I got a couple questions for you.
For me?
Yeah.
I just want to ask Martin quickly, has he seen any of our planes taken off today? Have you seen any Virgin Atlantic flying or anywhere?
No, I haven't actually. I've seen Jet2 and a Ryanair.
They're
That's
probably all
it.
gone this morning, actually. They're all on the way across the Atlantic. They're all full. I know it's difficult because I can't even get a seat to fly over. I'm going over to the US, and it's really difficult to get a seat.
It's not like you're ever on holiday, is it, Shane?
No, well, I'm traveling for work, and it's just really difficult. I can't get seats. I'm having to fly via Nassau into Miami. It's getting very technical, but needs must.
Oh, it's a hard life, isn't it? Such a
You
hard
guys
life.
keep talking. I got to get
problem.
ready for the opera. So if I'm singing a little, you'll know what I'm doing. So
you get ready, John. We'll cover for you. Don't you worry, John. You need to tidy up a bit, John, if you don't mind me saying. You look like you've been burgled.
You want to see? He's got his walking frame. It doubles up as a wardrobe. He's got all the clothes hanging on it.
He's got a bedrobe there, I think. That's throwing everything on it.
Jeez. So
anyway, sorry, Chillie, you said you have some questions for me. I'm in the hot seat.
Yeah, well, this is a weird one because this just popped up on my radar yesterday that you guys have done something with a bunch of professional athletes.
Oh yes, this is a new one. It's a new one for me as well. So that was quite a surprise for me. It was a really interesting one. So it's moved very quickly. So yes, we have a partnership with a number of professional athletes who've actually not just partnering with us, but they're actually investing in Virgin Voyages as well. Yeah. So Serena Williams was actually on board in New York, so she got to experience the product herself. So I think, I think it's testament to the product, right? That they came on board, loved it that much, they want to work with us, and they also want to put their money where their mouth is, so to speak, and invest and be part of it. And they've seen our growth strategy, so they want to be part of that, which is very cool. And of course, they're going to work on a wellness program with us as well. So we'll be able to tap into their expertise. They'll be able to invest some of their monies into the Virgin Voyages product. So win-win all round, I think.
One of my buddies, a couple of my buddies were on the Scarlet Lady last week. And one of the things that they pointed out in their ship tour was how accessible Scarlet Lady is for handicapped folks, which through all of this, that subject never came up.
No, it's an interesting one, isn't it? So we've got a couple of friends of mine who actually, they work in the industry, and you'll probably know them, Martin, our good friend John. So he was actually, he got on board with they were the first guide dogs to come on board, and he's wheelchair bound, and he told me just how amazing it was. And obviously, these are things that we obviously prepare for, but as an able-bodied person, it's something that you kind of easily overlook, right? You don't quite realize. So you do need somebody looking through that lens, if you like, to be able to tell you just how good or what needs improving. And he gave some incredible feedback. He said the ship was incredibly well designed, easy to get around, plenty of open spaces, easy to turn around. So for us, that was really good feedback. And we've had more and more people, obviously, as we started sailing, people who have different needs and so on. And we've been able to accommodate that, and not just accommodate it, but actually thrive in the area as well. So that's a really cool thing.
How's the Valliant Lady coming along?
To promote.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Chillie.
How's the Valliant Lady coming along?
So Valliant Lady's finished. So her construction is done. So she's just ready and waiting for her moment in the spotlight. She did go for some makeup the other day. So you may have seen that she was in dry dock. She had some additional paint added. So during the process, normally what happens is she actually, during the sea trials, they go to a different shipyard to have all of the special paint applied. And obviously during the sea trials, that's when we decided actually we were going to delay her a little bit longer. So therefore she didn't have the paint during the sea trials, but she's gone there now and had all the paint ready. All the insides are finished, everything's done. So she's just primed and positioned and ready to go. So she's in Italy, still waiting for her moment in the spotlight, but she will come over to the UK in early March. And I was on a very exciting call the other day as we started mapping out what our plans are going to be for when she comes to the UK. And we've got some very big plans because, of course, previously we were partying just before the pandemic, and then the pandemic hit and it stopped us and slowed us all down, and we couldn't do what we wanted to do. So now we are very hopeful that as we enter into 2022, yes, there'll still be testing and all those kind of things, but the world seems like in a better place, ready to party, right? So we got some opportunities where we'll be definitely showing off Valliant Lady. And I keep saying Scarlet Lady because I'm so used to saying Scarlet Lady. So I have to keep reminding myself that it's the second ship. And then, interesting enough, on Friday last week as well, I also got some exciting images through of Resilient Lady in the shipyard. And she's in the shipyard. All the external steel work is done. So she's moved into the inner fitting dock. So she's now having all the insides done. And then as I was looking at that picture, I was like, who's building a ship to the left of us? Who's that? They're like, oh, that's ship 4. I was like, oh, yes, I forgot about that one. So the ship 4's already begun. But yeah, so no rest for the wicked.
I didn't even know there was a 4.
Yeah, we got no name yet, but I think the name is going to be revealed pretty soon, actually. So I've started to see some rumors going around of some names that are coming our way. So she'll be a lady ship as well. She'll be the same as the others. So yeah, ship 4 is coming along as well. So who'd have thought it, huh?
And who came up with the
most rapid expanding?
Go ahead, Martin.
I was going to say, it must be the quickest expanding cruise line for many years. I mean, 4 ships in, we'll say 4 years, because we really can't count the last 18
Yeah, well,
you know what? It shouldn't
be either, because they should all be really paced between. Because when you come to buying ships, there's an economy of scale, right? The more you buy of the same model of ship, the more cost effective it is. And obviously the easier it is to build. Once you've built one, you know exactly what you're doing. That's why you'll see big corporations, Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and all those brands. They'll often design one model of ship, and then the same ship will go off to different brands. But ultimately the hardware, etc., is the same. It's just designed slightly different when it comes to a decor perspective. So there's an economy of scale with building ships, but normally you give yourself plenty of time to launch one and then another. That's why we give ourselves some breathing space, because you may remember that Valliant Lady should have joined us in the Caribbean for this winter. So we delayed her till March to give us some breathing space to get Scarlet up and running. So we did need a bit of space, but normally like 18 months between, and they're coming thick and fast. So so next year we'll have 2 ship launches. So yeah, we're not messing around.
Who came up with the saying, save water, drink champagne?
Well, it's a motto I live by, and I think it's a motto that we should all really consider. Are you getting on all right there, John?
Yeah, the champagne part. The champagne part.
Yeah, so we say what? Oh, I don't know. That's not a brand we stock. I'm not. That looks like
ice wine. It's ice wine from Germany.
Oh, it looked like a bargain one. So yes, same water.
Well, we got airplanes coming at us now.
We're all going crazy. So we've got obviously we have our partnership with Moet, and for years I called it Moe because I always thought it was called Moe until our partnership, and they very specifically told us it's Moet. It's actually German, not French. So the double umlaut above the O means it's Moet. So our partnership with them means we've got our Shake for Champagne partnership, where you pick up the app and you shake it and a secret button pops up. But Martin's been on board, and he's obviously seen the Sip Champagne Lounge as well. So champagne is a really key moment, and it's a really key part of the Virgin brand. If you get on board Virgin Atlantic, you're welcomed with champagne. There's champagne at the bar on board. So champagne is the signature feature of the Virgin product. So I say, why not? Why not save water and drink champagne?
Well, I hope my next trip to Miami, my first trip, I'm doing 3 cruises. So my next trip to Miami, I'm hoping, will be to go on Scarlet Lady.
You've got to get on Scarlet. You're looking really well, Chillie, so we need to get you on Scarlet as soon as you can.
Shane, I feel so much better. Now, I still have the issues. I have oxygen, which now at least I can sit here for this hour without having the oxygen stuck in my nose.
Yeah.
But I still have to, keep oxygen around me all the time.
Yeah.
And I still have a stupid catheter that I got to deal with. Other than that, man, I feel absolutely wonderful.
Well, you're looking fab, and it's great to see you looking so good, Chillie. So yes, we'll be delighted to have you on board Scarlet Lady, or indeed Valliant Lady, or indeed Resilient Lady, or even Ship 4 at some point very soon. So I think Martin's going for the hat trick, right? Martin will have done Scarlet, he's doing Valliant, so he needs to get on Resilient so he gets the hat trick.
Yep.
Yeah. Resilient's the next one.
The other day,
18th of March.
Yeah, I was talking with Martin the other day, saying we need to have some kind of, some kind of special pin badge or something you get for sailing on all of the lady ships, so you can tick them off.
Yeah.
So you got that.
So
like a repeater badge.
Yeah, Blue Peter badge. If you do all 3 and then even ship 4, then you get something better. You upgrade it, you swap it in, and we'll give you something even bigger and better.
How is your percentage of occupancy now? I know you're not selling at 100%.
No, we're definitely not sailing at 100%. So we are looking at we're sailing in from the US at around 65%. Some sailings are below that, but we won't go above that. So it's actually a really good opportunity for us to sail with a reduced capacity, because obviously being a new product, we want to take the time to learn, evolve, and adapt and tweak things along the way. So actually, I've been saying to a lot of people that now is the best time to go, right? Now is the time where you're going to get to feel like you've almost got a mega yacht to yourself. Yeah. And there's plenty of space on board. I mean, Martin knows when we're in the UK sailings, we're sailing about 800 to 1,000 passengers. And you have got all of that extra space, and now is the time to go. So, and of course, it enables us to be able to operate and do the things that we want to do without having to limit due to capacity and those kind of things. So it means that we can get everybody on board, can see the shows, everyone on board can go to get to do everything they want to do because of that reduced capacity. So it's really the best time to go, I think.
You feel like a VIP. You really do feel like a VIP and a celebrity.
Yeah, you really do. So there's lots of space. You kind of feel like you've been invited to the party. Nobody, like, you've got the golden ticket to the party, that no one else has got the invite to. So you do feel lucky to be able to go and experience all of these things. And of course, anybody who's sailing with us in 2021, it automatically becomes a Sea Blazer, which means that they get a discount off their 2022 cruise, and they also will get $125 bar tab bonus for life. So whenever they sail with us, they add a bar tab, they'll always get that $125 bar tab bonus for life. So we've got a lot of people that are doing it for that reason, because they've already got a 2022 cruise coming up, and they've booked way ahead because they thought 2021 felt unrealistic. And what they are doing now is booking and sliding another voyage in between, especially because the US has now opened up. We're seeing a lot of demand for our our Christmas sailings, our holiday sailings. So they are proving very popular for Brits looking to escape the long, dark nights of winter. So it's interesting how suddenly the pendulum has shifted. Now the US is open, there's lots of conversation about the Caribbean that we haven't talked about for so long. And I've almost kind of blocked it out of my mind because we haven't talked about it for so long. And now people are asking questions about the ports, about the beach club. I'm like, I need to make sure I'm on my A game for the Caribbean again now. I need to make sure I know what I'm talking about, because I haven't talked about it for 600 days or so. So yeah, it's a good thing.
How's the advanced bookings on Valliant Lady? So
of course, we're obviously, like everybody, we'd be lying if we said everything is exactly as we expect it to be. So like all brands, we're not at the capacity levels that we would expect. That's because the world is recovering, right? So we are seeing people are now deciding what they want to do with their plans for next year. We do have a big promotion starting tomorrow over the next 2 weeks for our UK sailings, which is 20% off the voyage fare and $100 bar tab bonus. So that will give the industry a little boost to get going again. But yeah, we were really pleased with how it was going. It was going really, really well. Naturally, people's minds started moving to other destinations such as the Caribbean, or started thinking about Christmas. That the C word is coming up, so people are starting to think about that. So we wanted to put something in the market to get back out there and give people a reason to book early and book now.
You guys are exclusively booking yourselves, right? You don't go with any of the big travel agents, or do you?
Yeah, we do. We work with lots of different partners. So of course, Martin is one of our partners, but we do work with lots of different partners around the UK, and of course, obviously North America. And my other market is actually Australia. So the other country I look after is Australia, and soon to be New Zealand. So we do have a wide range of partnerships, and what the ones that we actually find that are working the most successful right now are those people that are able to offer that individual level of service, exactly like Martin's doing. That's what we're saying working really well. And even more so, like I know Martin's doing his voyage with Martin. So having somebody that you can book with and you know he's actually going to sail with you is a real testament to you parting with your cash right now, right? So you're going to if you're going to spend so much money to go on a voyage, you're actually going to be going with the person that's booking you. So you know if they're going, then you know it's going to be great. So we're actually seeing that concierge level of partnership working really, really well. And I think as the industry evolves, we've definitely seen more people looking to book with an individual, somebody that they can go back to every single time, rather than booking through a mass call center or booking online. They are looking to speak to an individual who they can say, I want to be able to call you a week before my holiday, and you're going to be able to tell me what tests I need, what do I need to go, what do I need to fill in, and all of that kind of stuff. So I really think, and I've been saying it for a year or so now, but I think 2022 really is the year of the travel advisor. This is the time that travel advisors have been able to demonstrate their ability and skill set better than ever before, right? And I think in the past, I think people were guilty of going, I'm going to use a travel agent to extract their knowledge, and then I'm going to go away and find it cheaper elsewhere. And it was almost like a challenge. People took it upon themselves to go, can I beat the travel agent? Absolutely nobody can beat a travel agent's knowledge, right? Nobody can beat the knowledge that travel agent's had over 20 years or so. And the travel agent knows everything inside out. So when it comes to the
service and relationships,
stuff, so I really do think 2022 is bigger than ever, going to be bigger than ever before for the travel advisor community. And when we bring Valliant Lady to the UK, that will be our number one focus, will be to get as many of our travel advisor partners on board to see Valliant Lady. So whilst she is a ladyship of Scarlet, you'll obviously know the look and feel of the ship, but coming to see Valliant and being able to tell your customers you've been on board is going to be a really important thing. So that's going to be a thing that we're working towards.
Sean, I hope you keep using the word advisor.
Guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you because I've just got a text.
Okay.
Is your dinner ready, Martin?
Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you.
Okay.
Yeah, food's just arrived in the
What are you having, Martin? Anything fancy?
I'll catch up with you next week, Shane.
Bye, Martin.
I'm having a Pigferno burger. We're having frickles, which is fried pickles, and some beef ends or something. So rather posh. So, but I'll catch you, Shane. I'll catch you in the week, guys. I'll catch you next week.
See you later.
I better run because otherwise I'll be in trouble.
Oh gosh, yeah, you don't get in trouble.
Bye. Bye.
See ya. Wow, this is just nuts. So
this is what we have to do, right? We're flexible. We can work around it. We can work around being in an airport car park, and we can work around somebody going to the opera in Berlin, and it doesn't slow us down.
Now, see, John's getting all spiffed up now because I've told him that he's got to go interview Tchaikovsky.
Oh, yeah, if you could get some inside scoop, that would be great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, you're going to sing too.
No, but I'm glad you're using the word travel advisor rather than travel agent.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's a big thing, right? So it's hard from my perspective to use anything different than a first mate, because we call them first mates because they're our right-hand man or woman. So that's why we use first mate. But obviously you don't want to offend anybody. And obviously there's so many different terms, and some people prefer travel agents, some people prefer travel advisor, and so on. That's why we actually say first mates, because it incorporates every element. But yeah, it's I do really think 2022 is the year of the travel advisor, without a doubt.
I really think so, because
using that knowledge.
It's so much knowledge and there's so many details. And just like on my trip that I'm doing here now, we have had to be so flexible, whether it's the train jumps or the hotels or just anything. Now we're flying on Ryanair because we couldn't find a Virgin Atlantic flight, or we certainly would have. But
we don't fly to Berlin, unfortunately. So I'll let you.
This is what I mean. But we're jumping on Ryan from here to Rome on Tuesday, and I'm telling you, it took an hour to do the paperwork just to jump from Berlin down to Rome. And and I think I'm a seasoned guy, but my parents would have packed up and gone home had they had to do that without somebody to advise them.
Yeah, exactly, right. And this is the time that, as I say, that travel advisors come into their own, because they know that info, right? I've got a travel advisor I use just because I need someone to be able to tell me, this is what you need to do, this is how you do it. So that's the most important thing.
Yep.
Good.
Are the new ships, Shane, going to keep with the same basic, like the movement toward fitness and exercise and that much more than a lot of ships.
So yeah, there's a blend, right? So we say detox and retox. So there is a blend of the ship to be able to have those well-being spaces. So well-being isn't always about, building up a sweat. It could be about, stretching your mind, stretching your body, thinking of doing something a little bit different and giving it a try. So there's things that I did on board that I would never have done. And I actually, quite frankly, didn't even know existed. So I did a bungee workout and I've never even heard of it. I didn't even know it was a thing. And you're suspended by bungee cords from the ceiling. And it is a really low intensity way to work out. I also did something which I was really surprised about. I did an 80s workout class. And it wasn't like a workout. And that's the thing. When I saw workout, I was like, it's a workout. I'm on holiday. I don't know how I feel about a workout. It was 80s VHS video workout. And it was so much fun. We had the leg warmers, the sweatbands, and away we went. And we had a great time. And it really didn't feel like a workout. So I think taking people's mindset away from, when you think cruise, you think well-being, you think, well, I have to go to a very strict workout class. It's not. Well-being is integrated throughout the whole experience. When it comes to the menus itself, you've got options that you can be good to yourself, or you can be a bit more indulgent. You've got opportunities to go and have a little walk around some of the outdoor spaces, like having the dedicated running track gives sailors the opportunity to go and have that space. But it's about sailors being able to choose what percentage of their holiday they want for that, right? Some people may want to do more of that. Some people may want to do less of it. If you want to do less of that, then there's definitely lots of other opportunities for you to be able to do. You could go to the bingo, which is done the Virgin way with the hostess. So that's a great fun activity. So there's lots of different things that you can go and do without having to worry about fitness levels and those kind of things.
And the food is going to be roughly the same.
So the restaurants will be the same. Obviously, we have the opportunities where we can design and change menus and so on. But obviously, with having so many different eateries, so many different places to go on board, you're not going to get a chance to do all of those in a 4 or 5 night vacation. So hence why we'll keep them the same. Of course, we'll mix it up with different menus and so on. But having that ethos of going to 20 different eateries and going to lots of different options included within the price will absolutely be part of the core product. And I think for me, one of the key aspects around having the ships the same means that you can choose an itinerary based on the destinations that you're sailing to. And you'll know, Chillie, that destinations are so important to us. So we don't just take you into a destination for 4 or 5 hours and then get you back on the ship and leave. We want you to go and experience the destinations. And we have lots of late night stays. We have lots of overnight stays. So it now gives our sailors the opportunity to choose a voyage based on the destination rather than which is their favorite ship. Because the ships are the same. So you can go, right, I know I love the ship. So I know if I love Scarlet, I'm going to love Valliant. But Valliant's going to be over in the Med. So maybe I want to do the Med now. And I don't have to worry about it not being Scarlet Lady. So that gives people the opportunity to say based on destination. And of course, our crew will move between. So we've had Abby, the hostess, who launched Scarlet Lady. She'll be joining us on Valliant Lady, and then she'll be launching Valliant Lady when she comes back from vacation. So it gives us plenty of opportunity to be able to mix things up. But the hardware, the ship design is just the backdrop of the experience, right? It's the crew, it's the menus, it's the incredible food. That's what we will tweak up along the way to be able to enhance the experience even further.
I can't wait to get on a ship again. I've missed it so badly.
I know, right? Well, you've got 3 coming up, haven't you? So you've got
3. Yeah, I'll leave January 24th.
Good.
So it starts me off.
Not long now.
So I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm doing a Royal Caribbean. I'm doing 2 MSCs.
Very good. Which ones? So I did an MSC in the summer, actually. I had a brilliant time. So I did, what did I do? MSC Virtuoso in Yacht Club, and I had an amazing experience. So it was really good. So I was traveling with my 5-year-old son. So obviously we can't do a virtual voyage because he's under 18. So we did a Virtuoso, and it was brilliant. It was really good fun. So what are you doing? Which MSC are you doing?
I'm doing Divina and Seaside.
Seaside I really want to do, right? Seaside has got a similar aspect to Scarlet Lady, so the back of the ship has got that really nice space. And then which royal ship are you doing?
Freedom of the Seas.
Oh, Freedom. Okay, I did Anthem a couple of years ago. So
see, that the thing for me was that they're the only companies right now that will take oxygen.
Yeah, of
a
course.
guess.
Yeah. I'm waiting for that. You asked me the other day. I have asked that question. I'm waiting for an answer on it as to when we'll be.
Yeah,
able to-
March. Carnival and Norwegian, even though Norwegian doesn't say this publicly, but Carnival and Norwegian will start accepting oxygen guests in March.
Right,
March 22nd, I think, is the date.
Yeah. So your world will open up. Your world will get bigger again.
Yeah. So
Very good.
So, John, are you ready to go to opera now?
I am ready. The car should be here in 14 minutes, and then it's about 20 minutes over there, and then walking in, finding our seats, and I'm just excited. I've not been in the Philharmonic here in Berlin, so just being in the room is gonna set me off. So
yeah. Very good, John. Well, I hope you have an amazing evening, John. You'll have to let us know next time I'm on how good it was.
I will. And I don't know if you know, but we have
Pete. What's he up to these days?
And who?
Pete.
What's Amigo Pete doing?
He's just on his own. He's done about 5 or 6 cruises now.
Yeah.
I was teasing him the other day that I have a spy on one of his that he's got coming up. Yeah. That I have somebody on that ship that's gonna make him behave, and of course he's gonna behave like I would behave. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's no reining him in. Put it that way.
Yeah. But yeah, he's just off and going. So more power to him. That's terrific.
Good.
So
very good.
I don't know if you know, Shane, but we have a weird back office connection.
Who do?
You and me.
Oh, we do.
We do.
Oh, go on, John.
Well, for 40 years, and one of my main careers is I develop the pens that are now part of Virgin Galactic.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
So the pens that your boss signed in, like the video where they signed in to go on Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
I had those in my hand.
Gosh, what a small world, John. Well, there we
go. We're gonna get some for you. So.
Oh well, I'd love some. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Do that. And I desperately want to sign on the line as well to get my seat on Virgin Galactic.
We're going to do that, but the first thing I need to know is we need to know which ink to put in. So are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm left-handed. Is there a special left-handed ink?
You think I'm joking, but there is.
Is there?
There is.
No.
Because you write over the top, right?
Yeah, I don't write over the top. No, I don't write over the top.
But some left-handed
people do have to go over the top. Yeah.
And because of that, we make it to dry faster. So as you're coming across.
Oh.
So yes, there is left-handed ink.
Is this like a left-handed screwdriver? When somebody said to me, "Have you got a left-handed screwdriver?" and I thought that was.
But there is left-handed ink.
I didn't know that.
I can't decide whether winding
Shane and I are together. I don't hook over either. I'm left-handed as well.
Oh, I didn't know that you were Chillie. Oh,
yeah.
I'll have to take back the pen and send you a left-handed one.
Okay, well that's fine.
You don't know if I'm telling the truth. You guys think I'm blowing smoke, don't you?
I think you're winding me up.
Actually, John, you're normally more honest than I am. I mean, I tend to blow smoke.
I will send you documents that we make left-handed ink.
I'm going to Google this.
Okay.
Google
left-handed ink.
There's left-handed ink. I promise you.
Well,
I know it sounds crazy. But I have won more bets on left-handed ink than I think I've won on anything. But yeah. Anyway, the Fisher family and I go back to 1973.
Yeah.
When I was introduced to them by my mentor, who is now 91 years old, and I just brought him back from he used to live right next to the factory, and he's 91. And what is your name? Oh, Chillie. Chillie will subscribe to the fact that I just brought him back to Crookston to live out his life, and that's my mentor, and he's worked for the company since 1954. So
yeah.
Gosh, how incredible. Well, yes, I'd love some left-handed ink, without a doubt.
Well, the pen will be the same. It's just that the ink inside will be subtly different because you're a left-hander. So
yeah. Well, that is clever. If that's true, I'm very impressed.
All right.
And I need
new ships. Staying away from the buffet. on them as well?
Yeah, so and there's this big debate, right? So it depends who you speak to, because some people get on board and say, well, there is a buffet because you do have these different food courts, and it is a buffet, Now, the Oxford Dictionary definition of a buffet is a self-service buffet. And we don't have anything self-service, right? So our definition and the Oxford Dictionary's definition is having food on display that you will go and help yourself to, and you get the big ladle and away you go. So we don't have any of that. And actually, the feedback for the galley is actually incredibly popular, and it's really favorable. So, and especially in a post-COVID world, it's definitely telling us we've done the right thing. And people are getting the food made fresh to order. So yes, definitely. Right now it's a seated restaurant. So right now you go and take a seat, you look at the menu, and then the food is served to you. It wasn't designed for that. You're meant to be able to go up and have a look around and say, well, I would like to order one of those, and then it'll be it'll be handed to you in a few minutes, or you'll be given a buzzer to come back and collect it. So, but yeah, it's the galley. I've been lucky enough to spend quite a lot of time on board the ship, and I was a big fan of the galley. Going away and going and have a look at all the different places, and all the different opportunities to sit down and eat as a group, but all being able to eat what you want. So you have the best of the buffet without the food being under a heat lamp for quite some time, right? If you get to the buffet when it opens, then you get the quality food. If you get there an hour later, that same food would have been on display. So we've been able to eradicate that. So and of course it helps us minimize waste. So our food wastage is substantially lower than any other cruise ship of our size and scale. So we've been able to minimize food wastage by creating everything made to order, and helping people understand the portion sizes, right? So if you go to Let's Taco About It, you get 3 tacos. If you were stood there thinking, well, I'm going to pick them up, you wouldn't necessarily know what a portion is. And 3 is plenty, but when you look at them, you think, well, I may need more than 3. And then if you do want to order more, then of course you can do. But it just helps people to understand kind of maybe what a right portion size is of that particular dish. So it's really helpful to minimize waste.
Drink packages.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see those in your future?
Probably not, because again, the feedback has been, people I think have been surprised by the value of our drinks on board. So they've been surprised. Obviously, there's no service charges on the drinks. The price you see is the price you pay. So I think people have been surprised that 48% of our wines by the glass are under $10. A beer is $5. So I think people have been surprised by the value of money on board. I think people have now started to get their head around the bar tab. So the bar tab is a way for you to be able to pre-budget. So you can purchase a bar tab of $300, and typically we give you an additional $50 to then spend on the bars on board. But right now we've got different promotions. So starting tomorrow, you'd actually get a $100 bonus. So if you give us $300, we'll give you $400 to spend on the bars on board. And I think what we are seeing is people are realizing that their vacation isn't having to fund other people's drinking, right? So if you're not a big drinker, you can decide how you want to use the bar tab. You're not then thinking, well, you see the guy across the bar who's had 10 beers already, I'm not funding him. I'm paying for the quality drinks that I want, and I can use the bar tab in the way that I want to. So if you have the bar tab and you want to go to the bar one night and buy everybody a drink, you could do so. If there's 2 of you in the cabin and one of you is a drinker and one of you isn't, only one of you needs to get the bar tab. So we've done away with these rules where, quite typically your drinks package is limited to number of drinks or the particular value of the drink. And there's nothing more annoying than seeing a drink that you really want and then realizing it's outside of your drinks package, right? I've been there before where you've seen a cocktail, you go, oh, I really want that one. And, oh, sorry, that's not in your drinks package. That's an extra $15. Where now you can actually use the flexibility and freedom of a bar tab to pre-budget, but without the need of thinking, well, actually, I need to try and drink as much as I can. And naturally, there's a lot of waste. Again, when it comes to sustainability, there's a lot of waste when it comes to all-inclusive. I think we've all been there. Where we may have ordered a drink and say, oh, I don't like that, I'm going to order another one because it's free. I'll swap it out. So there's a lot of wastage, and it's a lot of that wastage leads to a lot of extra demand on the bartenders and the bar servers, right? Which ultimately degrades the service that they can offer you because they're having to do pre-made drinks, or they can't take the time to create the quality drinks that we know our sailors are looking for.
Yeah.
So bar tab definitely will stay. Moving to an all-inclusive drinks package world, very unlikely, I would say.
Okay. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get on the Lady soon.
Good. Well, we can't wait to get you on board, Chillie. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. John, your ride should be there.
I'm going to
Very
go down
shortly.
and wait for him. If not, I just love standing on a Berlin street and watching the traffic and the S-Bahn going by. And, you know, it's a safe town, or at least this part of the middle of Berlin is, you know, it's a safe place to be. There's there's scooters everywhere. I'm sure you have that up there where you are, Shane.
Yeah,
and,
it's everywhere now. Yeah.
You know, it's just fun. And
I was in Valencia a few weeks ago for work, and I had a spare day, and we hired an electric scooter for the day. It was like €30 for the day. We zipped around the city. It's incredible. It's brilliant. It was really good fun.
Except they don't make scooters for double wide people yet. We got to get them to do that for us and for me and Amigo Chillie. But other than that, lots of fun. So yeah, I'm going to duck out here. You guys, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll have more stories in Berlin. And folks, when I get back, I got lots of pictures. Last night I was in a Chinese food place, and we know that all the Scarlets and the Velvets and all the different things from Virgin are huge. I was in a Chinese food place that you could take and sit over one of the ships. Yeah. That's how big it was. So we'll talk about that next week. It'll be fun.
Okay. Good. All right, John. Have fun with the at the opera.
John, have a good one. Enjoy. I look forward to hearing all about it.
Okay, John. Shane, thank you so much for being with us today. We've tried, good heavens, for 2 months to hook up together.
I know we have, and then I was away. So we wanted to do it, and then I was actually in Valencia then, so I was away then, and now last week I was sick, and I'm still recovering. You can hear I'm still recovering from the man flu. Wow. So it's been a bit of a tough one, but I'm glad we managed to connect and get together.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Shane. Thank you so much.
Today. Take care. Thank you, everybody. See you all right. Soon.
You guys have a terrific time. We'll see you next Sunday on the Cruise Amigos live from who knows where we're going to be live from.
When?
Thanks, Shane.
Thanks,
we'll see you next time.
Bye.